It's a great day for an adventure.
It is a great day for an adventure.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Liz.
And we are the Adventure Closet. And today we are tackling Circle Peak. So here's a peek at the peak. Come along with us. Coming through, bears, I'm talking to you. Don't mean to be a bother, just passing through. Here to take some pictures and a rock or two. It's the Adventure Closet and the Adventurers crew. Sometimes it's a road trip, sometimes it's a view. This is our life, this is what we do.
Here we go now.
That is Circle Peak, I believe, and that's where we're going today. We're gonna hike up the ridge over here and go up there. It's pretty close and it's pretty hot today.
Here we go now.
So we parked along the side of the road back there. There's a giant blowdown that we didn't want to try driving under. Gosh, we probably almost could have, but I know we're super close to the trailhead, so I don't think this is going to add too much distance. Oh yeah, we couldn't drive under this. Smells good. Wow. It's a big tree.
Right by this blowdown here at the beginning of the trail, there's the purple trillium. It's kind of rare to see a purple trillium. You know, they're usually white. They come in pink, purple, and such.
I've been wanting to do this hike for quite some time now. We did Crystal Lake last year and we made a pretty cool video. You'll have to go check it out. But this trailhead, you can go one way and it takes you to Crystal Lake, and then the other way is Circle Peak. So if you remember watching that video, we passed that turnoff. That's the one we're gonna take today. And there should be some pretty spectacular views up there. So let's do this, guys. Come along with us. So easy to miss this trail. It's unmarked when you're coming up the road. Back when you could drive up here, we passed it and lost it.
Yeah, we had to look for it for a while. It's unmarked, and you don't see it as you're driving by.
Beautiful morning. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, right away, it's a calf burn. Yeah, turnoff is right here. That way is Crystal Lake. And this way, Circle Peak. Oh. That was a very steep first section. I guess the whole thing's pretty steep though. So I'll be huffing and puffing the whole way. Every time I start a trail, my blood gets pumping, and my heart rate goes up, and I gotta stop, like right at the beginning, and just catch my breath. I don't know how trail runners do it. After a while, I get used to it, and it becomes easier. There's always just that first starting out. It kills me.
Yeah, so starting out is the hardest part of hiking. It's the hardest part of running. It's the hardest part of doing anything hard because your body's going from 0 to 100 typically. So remember that when you start out on a trail and you think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's just because you just started. Your body's in a little bit of a shock state. And after a little bit, it's like, okay, this is life now. This is what we're doing. And your breathing starts to catch up. Your muscles are warmed up and they're ready to go. And then you get that famous second wind that lots of hikers talk about. But if you give up before that second wind, you never really found out what your potential is for going further. So just go through it, know that it's normal. Everybody is winded when they start out. Be kind to yourself and keep on pushing. Keep going up that trail because the rewards are worth it always.
Just a nice piece of quartz here, gleaming in the sun. There's a lot of sparkly rocks here, mica, quartz, and such along this trail. On the Crystal Lake Trail, we found a bunch of garnet schist, so hopefully we find some here. Whenever you get to an open, meadowy type area, it's always good to yell, "Coming through, bears!" So they know that you're coming, so you don't startle them.
The wildflowers have already begun up here. It's so awesome that I get to take you guys on these little strolls. A lot of people that we care about are watching these videos. And I've always wanted to bring them along. And sometimes that's not always possible. So this is pretty amazing. Well, we aren't the first people up here this year. I do see footprints in the mud. Maybe the second people up? You can tell that this trail has been here for a long time. You can see underneath everything, there's some steps, man-made steps out of logs. You see that big nail? I wonder if we'll see more of that up here. I love it when I plan ahead and I prepare my electrolyte water and freeze it the night before. I mean, it's already halfway thawed, but having cool water when you hit the trail on a hot day, it makes all the difference. Eh?
It does. It's supposed to be 81 degrees today, and it's already almost noon.
Yeah, we got a little bit later start than we had hoped, but we got all day.
We always get late starts.
Yeah,
We're not morning people.
Yeah, but I much prefer an early morning hike.
Yeah, me too. That's why we just need to camp near trailheads.
Yep.
That'll get us there quicker. Yeah. So stay tuned for more of those videos. Camping at a trailhead and then hiking. That's in our future, our near future. So this tree here is broken right here, but it's grown off as another tree off of the main trunk there. And then if you look behind it, it's grown off again as a third tree. There is some deer flies in the area. I don't know if you know what deer flies are. They're like giant looking house flies, and they bite hard. Like they take a chunk out of you, and it sucks. So far I haven't gotten bitten, but they keep doing touch and goes on my arms. So they're getting ready to.
People have been loving this trail for a long, long time. I mean, can you blame them? Wow. This is such a peaceful spot. Coming through, bears!
Right along here in the trail, you can, excuse me, all this, these are garnets in the rock. This will do a pullback of the rock along the trail here. But there's just like lines and lines of a bunch of garnets. And they're kind of small, but it's still pretty cool to see. Like here's a larger one. But yeah, just this big schist rock right alongside the trail, and it just happens to be really sunny, so you can see this really well. Pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know this, but besides being a gemstone, garnets also are what's used to make sandpaper. So little tiny grits on sandpaper are just pieces of garnet, which is pretty cool. That gives it its red color. So that garnet on the trail was just downhill from all this talus slide. So I bet you there's a ton of garnet in there. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but walking through here in the sun, everything is just sparkling with mica. Bling bling. Another blowdown on the trail is cedar. Must have recently come down. Still green all over, and it just smells wonderful.
I think we are coming up on a waterfall. I can hear it. I'm starting to see it. Oh. Wonder if the trail will take us close to it. Oh yeah. Beautiful. So Circle Peak is going to be our highest elevation we've done yet this season. As we're following the snow up, we're going to end up being at around 5,800 feet in elevation, 5,800 above sea level, and should be getting some pretty good views up there, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah, but I'm excited. We brought our crampons, but hopefully we won't need them. I'm sure we'll hit a few snow patches, but we'll see.
Yeah. That is a beautiful waterfall.
Yeah.
Cascade, whatever you want to call it.
I like that tree growing on that big boulder.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get a close-up shot of that.
All right, it looks like we're at the top of the waterfall. Look at this bridge. Wow. Looks like we're coming into a meadow. Oh my goodness. I love that.
So it looks like somebody brought up some wood to repair this bridge eventually, which will be nice. I heard that WTA is going to do a work party on this trail this year. So it'll be nice. Coming through, bears. Oh, I see our first patch of snow. This beautiful meadow. It's nice. Little forest survey from 1966. Just along this tree here. As Liz crossing another bridge. It's kind of cool because a lot of times you can't read the dates on these. It says 10-10-66. That is what, 55 years ago. This little tree is 55 years old. Or this sign has been moved from that tree. Another little patch of snow here. And a little bridge. I love these little bridges. They're pretty cool.
There's the trailblaze right there.
Every time I gotta thank the trail crews for these bridges. And wow. Look at what we have here. Another bridge.
Look at all the plant life around the stream.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just leaving our little rest spot on the bridge. I just checked the map and it looks like we're about halfway. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more uphill soon. It's actually been quite a nice trail so far. Very peaceful and beautiful most of the way. Wow, beautiful the whole way.
You know, one thing I've noticed is this trail is not very switchbacky. It's very meandering. You are kind of gradually going uphill, but you're just kind of winding through the forest. Very peaceful. Oh wow, whoops, I dropped it. Bunch of mica on this.
Oh yeah.
Kind of want to see what else is in here.
There's quartz too.
Oh yeah, beautiful stuff. I was gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna put it back because it looks like there's some interesting algae growing on it, and I think I want to leave that alone and let it live. Beautiful rock though.
You know, a lot of these trails have a lot of love put into them in the past, and you know, there's not as much love put into them nowadays. Well, that's not entirely true. There are groups of people that adopt these roads to get to the trails. There's, you know, the WTA crews, there's trail crews and such, but a lot of those are volunteer groups. They take out their own time, their own budgets, and they give a lot of love to these trails, and it's very appreciated by us, because you know, these trails just get all grown over without use, and we'd end up never having known about these trails in a few years. So it's really nice of these people to take their time and money and resources and work on these trails, and I just want to send out a big thank you to them.
All right, I feel like we're gonna come into something pretty epic up here. Sounds like there's a good creek down there, but I'm seeing mountain views. I think we're gonna see a nice ridge up here and possibly a meadow. Let's see what we got. Coming through, bears! Wow. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Now that is a mountain meadow. Wow. See a waterfall up there. There's the creek coming through. I see a boot path here. You don't want to just go traipsing through the meadows because this plant life is very sensitive and it takes a long time to grow back. So if you can find a boot path, that's ideal. And usually the boot path takes you the coolest way anyways. Yeah, I don't see one. It probably crosses the creek down there. How many of you guys have been to Washington? And how many of you live here? Like, or just comment below, where are you from? I know a couple of you guys, we talked to somebody in Michigan, some people in Texas. Where are you guys from? Let us know. I'm really curious. And have you been here to Washington? Or are you watching these videos because you want to come here?
Yeah, the deer flies are a little bad here. Seem to only get us when we're in the sun. But yeah, that is a beautiful meadow along the trail.
Charlie's grabbing a shot real quick before we hit the trail again.
I'm gonna turn the volume up real quick so you can hear the deer flies just buzzing around us. And I just got bit. Does anybody know any sort of like bug spray or something that works on deer flies? Because I know DEET doesn't. I don't think permethrin does. But let us know if you found something. Look, it's a bridge of stairs. With more sparkles. Good Lord, that's shiny. We just checked the GPS and we are probably about a half a mile from the peak. We're about 5,000 feet right now, and the peak is 5732 according to Gaia GPS, which is the app we use for routing and such. Looks like it's going to be a pretty steep climb, half a mile, 700 feet elevation. That's a lot.
Especially when it's in the 80s, but...
There's a nice breeze, and we've been in the shade for most of it, but it looks I mean, that's probably a false summit up there through the trees. But it looks like we're gonna pop out of the trees here in a little bit.
Looks like we're leaving the forest and coming back out into a really green meadow. And steep.
Oh man, it just got real steep.
Yeah. Trails are just a love-hate relationship.
I'm thinking that this might be the false summit because it doesn't look like that peak we saw from the road.
We just turned to switch back in this meadow. Looks like we're gonna be exposed for a bit, but the views are great.
So that's the cliffside from earlier when we were at that meadow.
Oh. Butterfly. Seeing places from a distance that we've been just triggers the best memories. And now that we create these videos, some of them have been captured. It's getting better and better. Don't even notice the deer flies anymore.
It looks like the first signs of some berries up here. And where there's berries, there's bears. Do you think that they named bears after what they eat, which is berries? Or do you think they named berries after bears because they eat it? I'm kidding. I just always thought that was funny. That is not a rattlesnake, by the way. I believe that's some sort of cricket or something.
It's pretty rare to spot a rattlesnake on the west side of Washington. We do have them in eastern Washington though. Wow.
So that was that meadow that we were in earlier.
Found a break from the sun in this meadow. We keep kind of switchbacking across it, and it's pretty exposed. We're at the hottest time of the day. So nice to have a little reprieve. I'm taking this side trail right here real quick. Yeah. Oh my God. We're looking right at Baker. Wow.
When you're out of breath. Super hot. And coming up the hill. And then you see you still got a lot more to climb. This is cool. So we have an amazing view of Mount Baker here. But I feel like once we get on top of the peak, we're gonna have an epic view. Wow. Can't wait. But good Lord, has a lot more to climb.
The heather's in bloom. It's the purple.
Well, it ain't gonna hike itself. Time to get going up that hill. Mountain. I call it a hill to make myself feel better. It's getting closer. Whew. It's hot. Very hot. We've been exposed for a while. The views are amazing. All the way up this area. I'll be happy when we get to the top.
It's difficult to find shade. Hoping to find some up here. All right, the wildflowers are just getting exquisite right now. A little bit of everything. See the trail we came down on, or up on? Get to this view.
You can kind of get a sneak peek of Glacier Peak right around that tree there. I think we're gonna have an amazing view from the top. And then right over this ridge here, this close ridge right there is Crystal Lake. As Liz mentioned, we did a video there. I'll link that below as well. Apparently we really like this area. Well, we live out here, so we do like this area. Did a video on, so far we've done a video on Whitechuck, Helena Ridge, Crystal Lake. Yeah, so we got a bunch more videos to do, guys. So subscribe so you don't miss them. Found a spot of shade. Just cooling off for a minute. I got my cold water bottle right there. Whew.
We're at high sun, so even though you see a lot of trees, there's not a lot of shade because the sun's like right down on top of it.
Yeah, you can see right on top of us is the sun. But oh man, this is such a beautiful hike.
Best one this year so far.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Copper Lake was nice.
Copper Lake was pretty cool. Yeah. Plenty of water sources on this trail, at least down a little bit lower.
Yeah, before you start the huge incline, you could fill up on water if you needed to.
Yeah. We still have over a liter, almost 2 liters between the two of us.
Yeah. We just reuse these bottles. Just came over the false summit. Look at the other side of the mountains. A little nice view of Glacier Peak. Right there.
The North Cascades just seem infinite.
Yeah.
Like, one could not do it all.
Yeah, you could spend a lifetime out here and still not see every mountain. We're hugging this steep section here. Coming through, bears! And it looks like the final push is coming up.
Oh, is that Indigo Lake?
Oh, wow.
Or is that Crystal Lake?
No, that's Indigo.
There she be. Wow.
We originally planned to hike down there to Indigo, but last minute we decided against it because we started a little later than we should have. But apparently there's a way down there. It's about 800 feet down. And one of these days we'll go down there. We'll probably come back in the fall or something.
Yeah, looks like it's a little patchy with snow, but probably still doable right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I left my fishing gear in the car because we made that decision when we left to start off on the trail.
Yep.
So I saved some weight, but I would like to go down there and fish that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will. And I'm sure you guys will come along and ooh and ah over the big fishies I catch. Or the great views I catch.
I love the little shaggy trees. You can see the road right down in there maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of lupine right here at the top too. Well, at the top of this ridge. We're not at the top yet. I don't know. I think we should turn around. That's a lot of snow.
No way. Ah, found some ice. We're about to summit. And I think we came the perfect time. This is probably the only snow we're gonna have to cross at this approach. And it cools us off. What a view.
Taking a last breather before we summit. Looks like it's totally exposed there, but there's this nice shaded area right here. We're excited. You ready?
Let's do this.
Let's do this. As she runs up the hill.
Wow, okay.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's butterflies. Wow. Okay.
Holy smokes. That's a sheer cliff. Holy smokes. Dang.
No way. Still not to the true summit. I think I'm...
Right up there is the summit. And it's pretty sheer on both sides. Liz is getting ready. Very careful.
Very careful.
Oh yeah, there's a pond down there. There's Baker. There's a sheer drop off. Some good handholds though. I don't know how you get up there. There must be another trail to that other part of the summit. Well,
we did it.
we did it.
I have an extreme fear of heights.
Yeah, and this is sketchy.
But yeah, this is pretty sketchy up here, but not too bad, I guess. But it's kind of crazy to have an extreme fear of heights, but an extreme love of summits. Wow. Wow. I'm so glad we did this today.
Me too. Yeah, it's pretty sketchy up here. I don't know how you would get to the other spot because it's pretty sheer on both sides.
Probably climbing here, but that looks like to be the true summit right there.
Yeah, it's pretty flat over there. Check out these succulents.
Charlie's gonna fly the drone. We're gonna eat some snacks.
Gotta put my summit hat on.
We are in direct sunlight, but can't resist being up here. There used to be a fire lookout up here, and it was built in the 1930s and decommissioned in the like 67, I think.
That's my
Nothing left of it here.
spicy Thai chili tuna and some wheat thins. Lunch of champions.
Oh man, it tasted good.
That is good.
And it comes with a spork.
Yeah, built in. One of the nice things about being up here on Circle Peak and being able to fly the drone is we are just outside of a wilderness area. If you see this ridge right here, that on the other side of that is Crystal Lake, and right on the other side of that is where the wilderness area starts. So we're just outside of the wilderness area here. So if you're a drone pilot, you can bring your drone up here. Just be respectful if people are up here. If ever I hike up to an area and I want to fly my drone and there's people here, I always ask them, I say, hey, do you mind if I fly my drone? Because they're out here enjoying the quiet and they don't need a giant mosquito flying around in the air bothering them. So I just try to be respectful to people.
Here's the droney baloney.
Yep, here she goes.
The epic thing.
It wasn't that bad of a hike, to be honest. I mean, trust me, I've been on worse. It says it's 1.7 miles, 1,700 foot elevation gain. To me, it seems like 3 miles, 3,000 elevation gain. But that's just me. I'm a big guy. Ooh, I think I got burnt. We even put on sunblock. But we've been up here enjoying this beautiful view for way too long, and it's time to head down. You ready to go down, baby?
Couple more photos. Yeah.
Couple more photos and then we'll head down. Going down's not always easy. Oh, there's some sort of animal poop up here. Animal poop. Goodbye, Circle Peak. Goodbye, Glacier Peak. Goodbye, Green Mountain. Goodbye, Sulphur Peak. We'll be back. Little daisies on the mountaintop. Oh. We didn't have to go far down from the peak, which is right there, to get the deer flies back again. Uh-oh. Sound like he landed on me. Ooh. You know, these alpine trees are very beautiful. They're almost like wild bonsai trees, because they're growing in extreme environments, so these are probably pretty old for being so small. Kind of cool to think about wild bonsai trees. I love bonsai trees. They're very beautiful. Very, very cool art form. The trees are my people. You know, it's a beautiful day out today, and we have not even seen a soul. Not even on the road out here. It's crazy. I love these lesser known hikes. Of course, we're making them more known by making videos, but you guys need to see this stuff. I mean, if you can get out here, get out here. If you can't, you're welcome. You know, I understand not everybody can hike all these hikes. I mean, I'm a big guy. It takes a lot for me to hike these hikes alone. Well, I'm not alone. I'm with my beautiful wife. But you know what I mean. We just realized that we were up on the summit in the sun for an hour. We are gonna be burnt. We're on the way down and we are already talking about what we're gonna do for dinner. We got some Beyond Meat sausages. We don't eat poultry. We eat mainly plant-based with some fish.
You need to say that a little more nasally.
We eat basically plant-based with just a little bit of fish here and there, a little seafood sprinkled in. You know, we only buy organic stuff and
organic wheat thins.
Yeah, organic wheat thins, organic reduced fat wheat thins, and only the finest organic Thai spiced tuna from Bumblebee. But yeah, so we eat mostly plant-based, and we have fish every once in a while, you know, just go to get our omega-3s in. We don't do eggs and we don't do dairy. That's what we don't do.
We do sauerkraut, and that's what we're having when we get home.
She said doo-doo. A lot of you guys might think that we're just playing this to the camera. This is who we are. We're weird people. At least we think so. So if we think so, other people must really think so.
Or what if they're the weird ones?
Yeah.
Are you guys the weirdos?
Well, maybe they're like us though.
If they're watching us, they probably are.
Yeah. Wow, did you see that big fly that flew by her face when she said that? That was a horse or a deer fly. Some of those suckers are like ½ an inch. And they're swarming us right now. They're like, fresh meat. Mm-hmm. You can definitely tell the change in morale once we've completed an awesome hike. It boosts us so much and makes us feel happy. This is why we're doing what we do. And that wasn't even one of the big ones. That was a medium-sized deer fly. Oh, this is nice. Getting in the nice cool forest after all that switchback's heat. Back to the trees. It's beautiful in here right now. Hey, bears, we're coming through. Don't mean to bother you, just passing by. No, that didn't rhyme. Don't mean to bother you, we silenced our phones. I don't know, it's a work in progress. Hey, little bears, we're talking to you. Don't mean to be a bother, we're just passing through. We're the adventure closet. What runs a closet? We're just taking pictures and a rock or two. We'll bring you along. We'll be leaving soon. Coming through, bears. I'll try and zoom in a little bit, but right up there, in line with that branch, there's one of the insulators in the tree still. That's from when they ran, was it a telephone line?
Yeah, they ran the telephone line up to the...
They ran a telephone line all the way up to the lookout at the top of Circle Peak. And in some of the trees, you can still see some of the insulators still there. Well, that was fun.
That was so fun. I am so glad that you guys came along with us on that. So glad we finally did this trail.
I know, it's been on our list for a long time.
And we came at the perfect moment. The snow had just melted away.
It was a beautiful day out.
Yeah.
And we had it to ourselves, which is crazy.
Very cool. No wonder we lost an hour up there at the summit.
Yeah.
But now we got to trek down, so
yeah.
Bye now.
Bye now. Don't forget to subscribe, like, blah, 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 blah. We forgot that part.
No, we didn't. You just said it.
Oh.
Bye now.
Bye now.